According to the World Health Organization, WHO, in 2022, there were around 20 million new cancer cases globally, with nearly 10 million deaths. That means over 54,000 people are diagnosed with cancer every single day. You may not realize that every day you're making choices that can silently increase your risk of cancer. Yes, you heard that right. The foods you love, the ones that bring comfort and joy, might be working against you, but don't panic. Knowledge is your greatest weapon. Today, I'm going to reveal the top 10 foods that scientific research has linked to an increased risk of cancer. Some of these findings might surprise you, but they're crucial for making informed decisions about what you put on your plate. If you find this information valuable, please hit that like button and subscribe to join our community dedicated to living healthier lives. Let's uncover these hidden dangers together and learn how to protect ourselves with every bite. First up is processed red meat. Think hot dogs, bacon, ham, and sausages. These are staples in many American diets, convenient and tasty. But the World Health Organization, WHO, has classified processed meat as a group 1 carcinogen, meaning it's known to cause cancer, particularly colorectal cancer. Why is it risky? During processing, smoking, salting, or adding preservatives like nitrates compounds called nitrosamines can form. These can damage DNA and lead to cancer. A large study published in the International Journal of Epidemiology found that for every 50 grams of processed meat consumed daily, about one hot dog or a few slices of bacon, risk of colorectal cancer increases by 18%. I'm not saying you have to give up bacon entirely, but moderation is key. Opt for fresh meats or other protein sources like fish, beans, or poultry that aren't heavily processed. For example, try swapping your morning bacon for a slice of grilled chicken or a plant-based protein like lentils. Next, let's talk about meats cooked at high temperatures, such as grilled steaks, fried chicken, or pan-seared meats with charred edges. The aroma is irresistible, but this cooking method can produce harmful chemicals. When meat is cooked at high heat, especially over an open flame, it forms heterocyclic amines, HCAs, and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, PAHs. These compounds have been shown to cause cancer in animal studies, and there's concern they might do the same in humans. A 2025 article from the American Institute for Cancer Research highlights that grilling meat can produce these potential carcinogens. To reduce your risk, don't overcook your meat. Aim for medium doneness rather than well done. Avoid direct flame contact. Use a grill rack or lower the heat. Marinate meats before cooking. As some studies suggest, marinades with acidic ingredients like vinegar or lemon juice can reduce HCAs by up to 90%. Trim excess fat to minimize flare-ups and dripping. Pre-cook meats in the oven or microwave before grilling to cut down on high heat exposure time. These small changes can help you enjoy your grilled favorites while lowering your cancer risk. Third on the list are salty foods, like pickles, salted fish, or instant noodles with flavor packets. Salt is essential, but too much can be detrimental, especially concerning stomach cancer. Excessive salt can damage the stomach lining, making it more susceptible to infections like Helicobacter pylori, a major risk factor for stomach cancer. A 2024 study in gastric cancer found that people who frequently add salt to their food have a 41% higher risk of stomach cancer. The World Cancer Research Fund, WCRF, has also found strong evidence linking salt-preserved foods to increased stomach cancer risk. To protect your health, reduce overall salt intake. The American Heart Association recommends no more than 2,300 milligrams of sodium per day, ideally 1,500 milligrams. Be aware of hidden salts in processed foods. Read labels and choose low sodium options. Use herbs and spices like basil, oregano, or garlic to flavor your food instead of salt. Opt for fresh fruits and vegetables over salty snacks. These adjustments not only benefit your stomach, but also your overall health. We're halfway through our list, and I hope you're finding these insights helpful for making healthier choices. If you're learning something new, please drop a comment below. Let me know which food surprised you the most, or share your favorite healthy recipe. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss our weekly tips on living your healthiest life. Let's keep going. Ultra-processed foods are everywhere in modern life, convenient, cheap, and heavily marketed. These are products that undergo multiple processing steps and contain additives like preservatives, emulsifiers, and artificial flavors that you wouldn't typically find in a home kitchen. Examples include sugary cereals, cookies, fast food, and sodas. These foods are often high in calories, sugar, salt, unhealthy fats, and low in fiber and nutrients. Research has linked high consumption of ultra-processed foods to increased risks of various cancers, including colon, breast, and prostate cancers. A study in the BMJ found that for every 10% increase in ultra-processed food consumption, overall cancer risk rose by 12%. To safeguard yourself, prioritize whole foods like vegetables, fruits, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats. When buying packaged foods, check the ingredient list and choose products with fewer additives, sugars, and salts. For instance, instead of sugary cereal, try oatmeal topped with fresh berries. Next, let's discuss canned foods that might contain BPA, bisphenol A. BPA is a chemical used in the lining of some cans to prevent corrosion and bacterial contamination. However, BPA can leach into the food, especially if the can is heated or damaged. BPA is an endocrine disruptor, meaning it can interfere with hormone function. Some studies suggest a link between BPA exposure and increased risks of breast and prostate cancers, though the evidence is not entirely conclusive. To be safe, look for cans labeled BPA-free. Many manufacturers have switched to alternative linings. Alternatively, choose fresh or frozen foods over canned. For instance, instead of canned beans, buy dried beans and cook them yourself. It takes a bit more effort, but is healthier. Microwave popcorn is a popular snack, but the issue lies not with the popcorn itself, but with the bag. Previously, microwave popcorn bags were lined with perfluorooctanoic acid, PFOA, a chemical linked to liver and kidney cancers. Although many companies have phased out PFOA, it's still wise to be cautious. The safest option is to make your own popcorn from natural kernels. Simply heat the kernels with a little oil in a pot or use an air popper, then season to taste with herbs or spices. It's delicious and free from potentially harmful chemicals. Alcohol is enjoyed by many, but it's important to understand its risks. The WHO classifies alcohol as a group 1 carcinogen, associated with cancers of the mouth, throat, liver, breast, and colon. The risk increases with the amount consumed, and even moderate drinking carries some risk. Alcohol can damage DNA, affect hormone levels, and act as a solvent for other carcinogens. If you drink, follow the guidelines. No more than 1 drink per day for women and 2 for men, according to the dietary guidelines for Americans. Limiting alcohol and avoiding smoking can significantly reduce your cancer risk. Acrylamide is a chemical that forms when starchy foods are cooked at high temperatures, such as French fries, toasted bread, or overcooked cookies. The International Agency for Research on Cancer, IARC, classifies acrylamide as a probable human carcinogen based on animal studies, though human evidence is less clear. To minimize exposure, cook potatoes to a golden yellow rather than brown. Toast bread lightly, avoiding burning. Store potatoes in a cool, dark place, but not in the refrigerator. Prefer boiling or steaming over frying or high-heat baking. These tweaks can help reduce acrylamide while keeping your food tasty. Sugary drinks, like soda, sweetened teas, and fruit juices, contribute to the obesity epidemic, which is a major risk factor for several cancers, including breast, colon, kidney, and pancreatic cancers. These beverages are high in sugar and low in nutritional value, making it easy to consume excess calories. Some research also suggests that high sugar intake might directly promote cancer growth by fueling cancer cells or causing chronic inflammation. To lower your risk, opt for water, unsweetened tea or coffee, or sparkling water with a splash of fruit. If you crave something sweet, choose fresh fruit, which provides fiber and nutrients along with natural sugars. Finally, let's talk about processed cheese, like American cheese slices or cheese spreads. These products often contain high amounts of saturated fat, salt, and additives, including artificial colors like yellow 6, which have been linked to hormonal disruptions and possibly prostate and breast cancers, though the evidence is mixed. For a healthier choice, select natural cheeses made from pure milk without added colors or preservatives. Look for varieties like cheddar, mozzarella, or feta, and enjoy them in moderation as part of a balanced diet. No single food causes cancer on its own, but a poor diet over time can increase your risk. The good news is that small changes can make a big difference. By focusing on whole, minimally processed foods, cooking methods that minimize carcinogen formation, and being mindful of your intake of salt, sugar, and alcohol, you can reduce your cancer risk and improve your overall health. Add in regular exercise, stress management, and screenings, and you're building a strong foundation for a cancer-free future. Your health is worth it, and I'm here to support you every step of the way. If this video inspired you to make healthier choices, please like it to spread the word and subscribe for more science